Welcome to the episode 3 of the Yoga Intent podcast. I want to start these episodes with gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most uplifting energy anyone can have, and it's great to start with gratitude because it elevates the energy of this moment. And I am very grateful for you for being listening right here, right now, wherever you are, and for sharing this podcast with your loved ones, with your friends. This helped me and help the podcast and help society to be uplifted. This wisdom is a wonderful wisdom to live a life that is full. And today episode is about the third Yoga Sutra. The third Yoga Sutra is then the seer dwell in its own splendor. So to put this in context, what happens here is this. The first Yoga Sutra is now we began a sacred exposition of the art of yoga. Yoga is the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind, meaning when you have a calm mind, then, third sutra, the seer dwell in its own splendor. In yoga, the mind is like a mirror that can either reflect the soul, what is within yourself, the divine within yourself, the divine in general, the divine of what we see, or it can reflect what is happening in your surroundings, the fears, the change of weather that affects your feelings. So either we identify with what is happening outside, or we identify with the divine nature within ourselves and the divine nature within everything that surrounds us. Now, why this is so important? Because for 10,000 years, we've been programmed to see the negative things in everything. We needed to survive. Therefore, we're trained, our eye is trained to feel the bad smells. Our eye is trained to see danger, to escape from where we don't need to be. If there is a dangerous animal around us, we need to escape, we need to be alert, and so on. So our survival mode is what's being cultivated over 10,000 years. But what happens now is that we have supermarkets, we have police, we have laws, we live in a civilized world. Then those dangers are not there. Yet our mind keeps looking for the negative because it's a program that we've been running for 10 or more, 10,000 years or even more. So why this is important is to understand what is to be feared and what is not to be feared. So in this podcast that we are talking about the Yoga Sutras, in the third Yoga Sutra, it says, once your mind is tranquil, it can reflect your own soul. When your mind is agitated, it's because it's watching the negative. And what is the negative in this world that is civilized and it doesn't present so much dangers for ourselves? Is that mind that see what is negative, that mind that judge. You not only judge other people, but also we judge ourselves constantly. So the seer in this sutra represents the soul. So once the mind is tranquil, and I'm gonna repeat this, when the mind is tranquil, is quiet, it can reflect itself. It's like we want to see the divinity within ourselves reflected in the tranquil mirror of our consciousness, so we can dwell in our own splendor, our own divine spark. So here, the seer, which is also the soul, it becomes the witness of our mind. When we become a witness of our mind, we go towards the big picture, and we understand that we are not here to judge and see what is negative all the time. We only are here to observe our divine self unfolding. When we observe ourselves, sometimes we might see this fear. Sometimes we're gonna see someone else fear. Sometimes we're gonna see someone else judging us, or we judging them, or us judging ourselves. Now, that's again that mind that is in constant survival and is afraid and is here to escape, evaluate, or fight. And when we judge others, you'll find that your whole being contracts. When you see the divinity in others, you'll see that yourself, the self, expands. And what is it that we are wanting to do with yoga is to expand, to become uplifted. So we have to learn to witness ourselves without judging, to witness our actions without judging, to witness someone else without judging, with kindness, with compassion. So in that manner, we start becoming the witness of who we really are. It doesn't mean is that we commit a mistake and then we don't care about it. It's not a careless kind of witnessing. It's a caring kind of witnessing. It's a caring that says, hey, you might not be doing the right things. You might be acting from a place of ego. Maybe you are acting from a place of fear. How can I step away from that fear and act instead from love, from understanding, from compassion? The witness observes. After observing, then we act. You might be many times find yourself judging yourself in the whirlpool or the cycles of judging, and you can see how those cycles are vicious cycles that makes yourself contract. Yet, when you witness yourself, and instead of judging yourself, you maybe laugh at those actions that you do with love, with compassion to yourself, or with love, with compassion to others. In that moment, you're breaking a circle. And those cycles are the wheel of karma that keep us in the same negative program. And what we want is to move away from that negative program, where we act from love and compassion, from always seeing the divine within yourself, seeing the divine with others, and seeing the divine with every action. Every action carries some kind of divinity within itself. It might appear as a bad action, but that bad action is always teaching you something. So again, this sutra is telling you, step outside. Watch the big picture. Watch the self not from the little circles within your head, the little circles that judge, but see yourself flowing, see your thoughts flowing, and try to, little by little, gear your thoughts toward more compassionate thoughts, more loving thoughts. Because here in this society, we judge. Everything around us wants us to judge, because the system is made for us to be manipulated. Yet, at the same time, the same system is there for us to awaken our witness clarity, our witness side of things. It wants us to take the place of who we really are, the soul, the seer, the observer. So in this manner, I want to teach you something that is an affirmation that comes from a very wise guy that went to India. He was a psychologist. His name is Ramdas, and he would share with us and shared with us a very beautiful affirmation. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. So right here, if you can, if you have the time, put your palms on your heart. You can close your eyes and connect with your breath. And watch your breath coming in and coming out. And observe that breath. Become a witness of that breath. Be aware of your breath, your body. Be a witness to your thoughts. Watch each thought. Thankfully, let them go. And keep taking that place of a witness. Become the witness. Become the seer. Become loving awareness. And repeat to yourself, I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. And I can see myself lovingly, with compassion, with love, with no judgment. I am loving awareness. Che siaram che man. Che siaram che man. Che siaram che man. Che siaram che man. Sita Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Sita Ram Ram am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. When I become the witness, when I become the observer, when I become the seer, and the mind quiets, the seer dwells in its own splendor. The seer dwells in its own splendor. And listen, observe, become that loving witness of everything you are, all your divine self, all your imperfections are to be watched lovingly, with compassion. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for listening, for deepening yourself, for being the witness of your own goodness. I hope to see you soon in the next podcast. Follow me, share it with your loved ones. This is an amazing technology, and I'm very happy to be able to share it with you, to teach this beautiful subject that is yoga. And with all my love, I thank you. Namaste.